Have you ever looked at a famous singer and thought you knew their whole story? Crystal Gayle seemed easy to understand. Long hair, soft voice, calm songs, and a life that looked peaceful. Fans believed they saw everything. But for nearly 30 years, there was another side of her life that stayed hidden from the public eye. This was not about crime or danger. It was about choices, pressure, and a quiet path she walked when the cameras were gone. Crystal Gayle grew up in a big musical family. Her sister Loretta Lynn was already a star, and that made life harder and easier at the same time. On stage, Crystal looked confident. Off stage, she worked very hard to be seen as her own person. For many years, people thought her life was simple. Sing, tour, smile, repeat. That was only half the truth. The first life everyone knew was the public one. Crystal traveled, recorded songs, met fans, and stood under bright lights. She became known for gentle music that felt safe and warm. She dressed carefully, spoke kindly, and rarely showed stress. This image was strong, and it followed her everywhere. Many believed she lived only for music. The second life happened quietly. Away from shows, Crystal was deeply involved in business choices, family care, and personal battles that never reached headlines. She helped manage parts of her career, checked contracts, and protected her creative control. At a time when many artists handed everything to managers, she paid attention and asked questions. This side of her was serious and sharp, but almost no one talked about it. For years, Crystal also carried the weight of family responsibility. When relatives faced health problems and personal struggles, she stepped in. She did not share these moments with fans. She chose privacy over praise. While people thought she rested between tours, she often spent that time supporting loved ones, making calls, and keeping family matters steady. Another hidden part was her fight to protect her sound. Music companies wanted her to change, to follow trends, and to copy what sold fast. Crystal often said no. Saying no can be risky, especially for a woman in the music world during those years. She stayed polite, but firm. This meant fewer public fights, but many private ones. She carried stress without showing it. There was also the pressure of being compared to her famous sister. Even when Crystal succeeded, some voices said she was lucky because of her last name. She smiled through it, but inside it hurt. Instead of speaking out, she worked harder. She practiced, rewrote songs, and searched for music that felt true to her. This silent effort became part of her double life. For nearly 3 decades, fans saw calm and comfort. Behind that image was planning, worry, and strong self-control. Crystal did not hide because she was ashamed. She hid because she wanted her music to be the focus, not her struggles. She believed that sharing too much would distract from the songs. So, why is this coming out now? As the years passed, interviews became more open. Crystal began to share stories about the hard choices she made. People close to her also spoke about how much she carried alone. Slowly, the picture changed. Fans started to see not just a singer, but a careful builder of her own path. This story matters because it shows how easy it is to misunderstand quiet people. Not every battle is loud. Not every strong person needs attention. Crystal Gayle's double life was not about secrets meant to shock. It was about strength that stayed unseen. Next time you hear one of her songs, listen closely. Think about the long years behind that calm voice. Think about the work done in silence. And remember, some of the most powerful stories are the ones told slowly, after the lights fade. Many fans say they feel closer to her after learning this. It changes how the songs feel. Lines that once sounded simple now feel layered with meaning. That is the power of knowing the full picture. It does not break the magic. It deepens it. This story is also a reminder for young dreamers. Success does not always look loud. Sometimes it looks like patience, planning, and quiet courage. Crystal showed that you can protect who you are while still sharing your talent with the world. You can say no and still move forward. As the music plays, her long career stands as proof that steady choices matter. She did not rush. She did not shout. She stayed consistent. For many years, that steady path was mistaken for ease. Now we know better. If this story surprised you, stay curious about the people you admire. There is often more than one chapter happening at the same time. And when the truth finally appears, it can teach us to listen better, not just to songs, but to people. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this kind of story, let the video play to the end and share your thoughts below. Your support helps more stories like this reach listeners who value honesty and quiet strength in music and life lessons.